This is poor man's Coogan Cassius here for I Feel Matchroom. I'm here joined by the Smith brothers, Stephen, Callum, Liam. Paul is out, and the old man Smith over there. We want to know, how does four brothers become such good fighters?
I don't know, I learn off these, so I'm just asking these the question.
It's a weird kind of setup, isn't it? I mean, like, you know, you got not just normally in a family you get one fighter or two. I mean, look at Darren Barker. You know, his late brother Gary was a great fighter. Darren was a great fighter. Lee can't. You know, he's terrible. So to get four together, is it only four brothers in total?
Yeah, there's only the four of us. That's what I always say. I think, obviously, I think we deserve credit. The four of us all being at a decent level. As you said before, you normally get two good, maybe one not so good. So for the four of us to be doing so well is a good thing for us, really.
And growing up, what was the competition like? I mean, like, you know, sparring wise, have you always been 7'9", or was that, you know, like, have you always been the other way?
4'0", yeah. No, we've all sparred each other coming through, but I think, you know, going back to what you said over the competitiveness when we started off, the reason we all are is because Paul started. I used to follow him, and he'd come home and say, "Look, Dad, this is what we've done," and I'd be the dummy standing there. And so when I started, I sort of knew a little bit, and then it was Callum who started next. Liam used to play the football, and then it was just peer pressure with him, really. The other three boxed. He got three brothers all boxed, and then when he was 14, he thought, "I'll have a go," and you know, we all box now, and that's all it's been, really. When we get him from school, we used to run home from school. The first two in were on, we used to spar in the living room, and the other two were the judges, and it was just win or stay on. And we've always done it in the house, and then my mum and dad would come in, and we'd be sitting on the couch all red-faced, and my mum would kick off. My mum hates it. My mum won't have it, but it's something we've always done.
Unbelievable. And getting to Saturday night, big fight for you, British title fight. You know I'm backing my man, the Eagle. It's going to be a great fight, but you know, you're obviously confident going into the fight.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think, you know, you've got to back him. I don't think you fully do back him, but you know, you've got to use your fighter. But you know, as I say, I'm looking forward to, you know, it's a big fight for me. I'm not bothered. People are saying history. You know, there's no history if I don't win, and I'm not gonna think about, you know, if I lost and think oh, the history's gone. I'm gonna lose and think I'd be devastated about losing. I've just lost a British title fight, so you know, there's no question of losing, and there's no pressure of the history. There's just pressure on me for, you know, it's a British title fight, the biggest fight in my career. It's the best title in boxing. And Eric,
I know obviously you're not going to give your game away plan. He's very unconventional, isn't he?
Yeah.
How do you put a plan together for someone like Eric Ocheng? And is it just a case of, I always find this fascinating about fighters saying, I've got a plan. Someone like Carl Froch says, I don't really have a plan, I adapt during the fight. Is that the game plan here? Because I don't think you're going to know what to expect till you get in there against someone like Eric.
I don't think he knows himself what he's going to do, to be honest with you, but you know, we haven't just done one, we've done a few, and whatever way it pans out, I know I'll have it covered. You know what I mean? I know he tries to be his slick self, but he can't throw shots from being slick, and you know, when he does throw shots, he just throws them wild, and if I get caught by them wild shots, they're more for me.
And what's your ambitions? I know every fighter's got an ambition to be a world champion. You know, you've got obviously Brian Rosey stepping up for a final eliminator. That could be a big domestic fight in time. Is it just, as a fighter, is it one step at a time? You mustn't look too far ahead because it's a dangerous game, you know, or is it you've got a plan in your head about which way you want to go?
Well, you know, all in all, it's one step at a time. I'm not going to look past Eric Ocheng, but as I say, every boxer dreams of being a world champion. But when you're in the game and you be realistic about the game, you know, you're first and foremost, your dreams to be British champion, and that's mine up till now. But you know, you mentioned Brian Rose, he's in a final eliminator for the WBO title. I hope he goes on and wins that, and I hope he goes on to win whatever else he fights for, because the more and more Brian wins, the more and more I'm going to win, and you know, it could build to a big fight. Everyone has them domestic rivals, and you know, maybe I could be Brian's. You've got Quigg, Frampton, you've got all the middleweights. You know, you've got a lot more in boxing who got all the lightweights. So hopefully, you know, Brian does win a world title, and then I can be his rival, like chasing a big domestic showdown.
What's the crack with Joe Selkirk? Is he a mate yours?
Yeah, it's a good mate of mine.
Same weight?
Yeah.
Fight could ever happen?
No, I don't think it'll happen. No,
too good a mates.
It's too good. You know, it's not like just, you know, your mates through boxing. We've been mates, you know, ever since I've known, and you know, we're mates. Like, you know, we used to go and organise a night out. He's one on the phone, and it's not just mates through boxing. You know, we're very close mates, and you know, as Stephen will tell you, I don't think it'll happen.
I'll get on the board to make that a mandatory if you win then. And Callum, obviously against Patrick Mendy, I know Pat, he's a lovely fella, you know, he's a real hard worker. Difference is in this fight, he's coming to win. So we just chatted over there, so it's nice to sit in a changing room, get that little stirring in your ball bags, to know that this is a proper fight.
Yeah, it is my biggest test to date as a pro, and you know, it's one that, you know, I asked for. I felt I was ready for the step up, and you know, you've delivered it, and you know, it's one that I feel I'm ready for, and I believe you'll see the best of me. As I say, he's coming to win, and I believe that leaves more opens, and I bring a better performance out of myself.
Stylistically, a little bit like Ocheng. He's awkward as well and unconventional. And you haven't had too long to plan for him. Obviously, we talked about this fight, 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. Is it the same as getting in there and sounding him out, or have you got in your head a blueprint of how to box Patrick Mendy?
Obviously, that's what Joe's for. Joe's studies him a bit, and he's come up with certain shots that we think might land and stuff. But again, I think all good fighters adapt when they're in there. It's all right sitting and watching, but when you're in there, it's a bit different. So, we'll see how the first few rounds go, and then, I'll adjust. But, I'm confident I'll find a way to beat him.
Great. Well, as always, great to be around the Smith brothers. Fuck who? Who? I've got proper clobber. Don't worry about his rascal gear. This is Eddie Hearn, poor man's Coogan Cassius for iFilm London with the Smith brothers. Hoping, one title. I like him really. I wouldn't begrudge him, but Saturday night, Olympia, Sky Sports, the home of boxing.